Hey, yo, what's poppin' YouTube? It's King Bril coming back at you again with another video. And today I'm answering a very popular question, man. How long does it take for your locks to lock? I know a lot of you guys probably just got started locks, and maybe some of you guys been locked for a while and you're wondering like, when is my hair gonna actually lock? Because it's something that I definitely had to ask myself, and I don't mean to flex on y'all, but you know what I'm saying? I gotta let y'all know I know what I'm talking about, you feel me? And in this video, you will learn how long it will take your hair to lock depending on what hair type you got, how to make your hair lock faster, and what can ultimately make your hair lock slower, because there are some things that can make your hair lock slower. So make sure you like this video, share it with somebody, leave a comment, and subscribe. Please, for the love of God, subscribe if you're gonna watch this video so you can see the rest of my content, because y'all quick to watch a video, comment, and be like, oh yeah, this was a fire video, good upload, bro, and then you don't even subscribe to the channel. Y'all pissing me off. Subscribe to the channel. All right, so in the rare chance that you're watching this video and you have type 1 or 2 hair, straight or wavy hair, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and get what's called a crochet needle, right? A crochet needle, because your hair will not lock on its own. It's gonna be like a little brown handle with a little hook on it. It's gonna be a stick with a hook, right? It's gonna look just like a shank, like shank, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna look just like that. It's gonna have a little hook at the end. See the hook? Boom. All right, now moving on. Now if you have that sweet in between, right, these are the people who normally get the clout for having quote unquote good hair, because they have like the best of both worlds. They have, like, you know, the ability to have an afro, but they can still have curly hair and it still looks straight when it's low cut or when it's really long, right? So these people, you're not gonna necessarily need a crochet needle, but it's gonna take you close to about 2 years for your hair to just lock naturally, all right? If you have that type 3 curly, like this is curly. Like if you have those big Enrique like curls, it's gonna take you a little second, right here. But locks, the people who have hair that lock the fastest are right here, right? Type 4 hair. Type 4 hair is gonna always lock the fastest, you feel me? But the closer you are to type 3, the longer it's gonna take for your hair to lock. So if you got 4A3C, it's gonna take a little while, right? Probably about 16, 17 months. If you got 4B, maybe a year at most if you do so without assistance. And if you got 4C, man, listen, bro. I done seen people with 4C hair lock up in as quickly as 4 to 5 months. I'm talking about people start experiencing budding within 2 months. That is a true talent. That is the true talent and grace of 4C hair. And all of this is ultimately because when you got type 4 hair, you have kinkier hair. Like the curls are tighter. It's easier for your hair to tangle the more kinky your hair is. And if your hair is straight, it doesn't really kink together that well, you know what I'm saying? So your hair type is 100% what determines the baseline of how fast your hair will lock on its own. However, there are things that you can do to make your hair lock faster and things you can do to make your hair lock slower. Let's get into it. By the way, make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at _KINGBRL. Follow me on TikTok at KINGBRIL252. And make sure if you into Twitch, make sure you subscribe to my Twitch. Follow me and subscribe to my Twitch at KingBril252. Let's get back to the video. All right, so now when it comes to how to make your hair lock faster, the thing that's gonna make your hair lock the fastest is gonna be the process of you getting it wet and then you letting it dry. Now there is a scientific reason, which I did not look up for this video, so I'm sorry, but just know it's something about your hair swelling with the water, and then when it comes back, something about that shrinkage allows it to like curl up in a very unorganized way, and it crinkles up together, and it makes each individual lock faster. So a lot of times that's why you see people say, hey, get the spray bottle, it helps your hair, because it helps your hair lock faster, because you get the spray bottle, you wet your hair, and then it locks. And of course, a lot of the times, athletes often have their hair lock a little bit faster than a normal person too, because they often sweat a lot and take a lot of showers, and obviously let their hair just get a little bit more wet and a little bit more used to the environment, which all causes your hair to tangle. However, there is this thing about people saying, hey, listen, don't wash your hair for the first 2 or 3 months when you first get locks. And the next time somebody tells you, hey, don't wash your hair for the first 3 months after getting starter locks, what I want you to do is, I want you to take this hand, right? I want you to locate your middle finger, right? Then I want you to come over, and I want you to touch your elbow. I want you to out of them, because they do not care about your dreadlock journey. Getting your hair wet and then letting it dry is the fastest way to lock your hair. Actually, I want you to proceed with caution, because not everybody that tells you not to wash your hair when you first get locks deserves to be slapped. Some of the people are actually telling you that because there's a chance that your hair could come unraveled if you wash your hair too soon or too early. Now, what are some things that can make your hair lock slow? Well, pretty much the opposite of everything I just said. Making sure that your hair doesn't get wet, trying not to sweat, trying not to let your hair unravel, trying not to let it touch or associate with the environment, trying to be too protective over your hair, putting it in protective styles for too long. All of that stuff is gonna lead to your hair not locking as fast. You gotta let your hair see the environment, shake it around, move around, let it get messy, let it get untamed. That is how it locks faster. But I will say, before you go hop your happy ass in that shower and wash your hair 72 times, understand that just wetting your hair over and over again, washing your hair over and over again, and letting it dry is not the best thing for your hair, because it is a good way to end up with some very, very dry locks. And if you know somebody with really long locks and their locks are always breaking off and they're always losing length, it's because their locks are dry a majority of the time and probably unhealthy. So what you want to do to combat this is every time that you wash your locks, you want to make sure that you're deep conditioning your locks. And I know some people may have made you scared of deep conditioning because you don't want to have product build up, but please understand that your hair is still hair. Please understand that if you have dry hair that's dry for too long, it eventually becomes brittle. And if you have brittle hair that stays brittle for too long, it eventually breaks off. And the crazy thing about locks is when one piece of hair breaks, you don't notice it. It's not until 75, 100, or 200 pieces of hair in a single lock break off, and then you see this entire lock fall out of your head, that you realize like, oh man, my hair is extremely dry and has been so for a very long time. So with locks, you want to be very proactive in moisturizing your hair, because when your hair is wet, it's almost like a spaghetti noodle. It makes it stronger. Like, you ever tried to break a spaghetti noodle? Or like even when you got ramen noodles and you try to like spin the fork, it's kind of hard. The noodles hang together even though you got the fork all the way up here and whatnot. That's because the noodles are wet. But before you hop your happy ass in that car and drive to Target, or hop on Amazon and buy some expensive hair mask that's gonna probably lead to a lot of product buildup in your locks, make sure that your deep conditioner has what's called a low viscosity. Viscosity is basically a term that we judge liquids and creams to tell how thick they are. You want a deep conditioner that's just a little bit thicker than lotion. It's actually creamy. So that means most hair masks might be a little too thick, even though they're very moisturized, a little too thick for you to use consistently on your locks, whereas you want to stray a lot closer to a normal deep conditioner. And if you're looking for a deep conditioner, please make sure you check out richroyals.com and get the Royal Hydration Treatment. It's filled with honey, castor oil, tea tree oil, which is amazing for your scalp if you have locks. And not only is this stuff super moisturizing, but it does not cause product buildup, so you can literally use it every single time you wash your hair. So yeah, man, my name's King Bril, man. Make sure you follow me on Instagram @_King Bril, on TikTok @KingBril252, and on Twitch @KingBril252. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down in the comments. And I do have a Discord where we exclusively talk about hair and a bunch of other stuff. Go subscribe to it down in the comments. It's somewhere down there or the description box. And if you want to see me make videos about something completely unrelated to hair, check out some of my live streams where I play Grand Theft Auto, or check out my other channel, King Bril's Burner account. I think that's what it's called. But make sure you subscribe to that. And also, by chance, if you're into hoops, I'm actually starting to make a lot of hooping content. And I'm interested in hooping with some of my people who want to make content with me. I'm actually looking into getting a little bit more athletic content, because I like to hoop, I like to box, I like to do a lot of stuff. But I only show you guys hair. So if you're in the area, man, hit me up, man. I would love to hoop and bust your ass. You have a great day, y'all. Peace.